Welcome into Radio Row. Courtney Cox joined now by Nic Shimonek. Thanks so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
A big week for you, Texas Tech quarterback. You've got some old players, some former players from Texas Tech on the Pat side of things. We are New England Sports Network.
Yeah.
Does that give you any rooting interest?
Yeah, I want to see Danny do good, obviously. And Coach Kingsbury still has ties with some of those guys. So, I know who he's rooting for. So he's kind of influenced me over the last, 3-4 years. So, if I had to pick one team, I'd probably say the Patriots.
And you are a quarterback, so you know what goes into, making sure your body's prepped for a game. Tom Brady, 40 years old, still doing it and doing it at the best level.
Yeah.
Is that crazy for you to see?
Yeah, it's unbelievable. Like you said, the amount of success that he's had for such a long time. It's never been done before, obviously. He's kind of breaking into new barriers, I guess you could say. It's very inspiring. I've been watching those Tom versus Time episodes, and I feel more motivated after those 15 minutes than a speech that somebody could give me. So, he's doing it at the highest level, like you said, and probably will continue for the next 3 or 4 years.
Well, I'm pretty sad that your shirt is great, but I'm mad that you're in long sleeves because you have some pretty crazy tattoos.
Yeah, I do.
Has that always been something that you've been into, getting tatted?
Not really. I went and got one with my brother. We wanted to get something together, but not anything too cliche. So I got something on my shoulder, and it kind of just ran into a sleeve on both sides. So, what I tell people all the time is I look a certain way, but I don't necessarily act. So try to get to know me, I guess, before you label me as, this type of guy or whatever. So
I like them. I think they look good. And if you haven't seen them, you can go Google search any pictures of you throwing, and you'll see the full sleeves. The draft coming up, post-grad life, how is that? How's the prep going towards that? Are you nervous? Are you excited?
I'm really excited. I got a lot of help from Pat. Pat going through this process last year. We have a really good relationship. So last spring, he would tell me what he's doing and where he's going and this and that. So obviously every situation is different. Mine's different than his, but I kind of knew a little bit what to expect. So he helped me out a lot, and I'm just taking it day by day, not trying to get ahead of myself, do anything like that. Just trying to get better each and every day, like I said, and draft day will come around sooner than later. So. And
you bring up Pat, for those at home, Pat Mahomes is who you're talking about. Has it been crazy to watch him kind of shoot up and stardom?
Yeah, it's awesome. From where he was whenever he got to Lubbock, got to Texas Tech, to where he is now, he's just made such a big leap, such a big change. And obviously with Alex leaving, he's the guy now. It was great for him to sit behind a guy like Alex, obviously, and learn a lot from him. But as a competitor, we all want to play. So I think he got the best of both worlds, sitting behind a guy like that, but not for too long. So, I expect him to do great things, and I think he expects that of himself as well.
All right, well, we look forward to watching you and how you grow in your own career. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.